Tantor Audio, a division of Recorded Books, presents The Magic of Tarot, your guide to intuitive readings, rituals, and spells. By Sasha Graham. Narrated by Tanya Eby. Introduction. People sidle up close to me sometimes when they think no one's looking. They'll whisper in my ear, "How did a nice girl like you become a tarot reader?" I look into their eyes and smile coyly, as if I know something they don't, because I do. If they knew what I know, they wouldn't ask. I respond with a question. I was born on Halloween. What else was I supposed to do? But it's just you and me right now. No one else is around to hear us, so I'll give you the real answer. I can tell you'll understand what I am about to say. The real reason I'm a tarot reader is because I am a storyteller. What most people fail to realize is that they are storytellers too. We all are. Tarot is storytelling. It's what we do when we read the cards. Telling stories imbues us with supernatural power, the power to change your story. Lean in closer. Let me tell you a story. Tarot and I never met. It was always inside me. Tarot was a seed waiting to sprout, a sweet tooth longing for a lollipop. Tarot was the softest of lips, aching to be kissed. Halloween babies enter the world like a hushed tone and whispered secret. We rarely cry, yell, or fuss, but are content gazing at specters dancing circles above our velvet cribs. Scorpio children bear the blessing and curse of seeing through the veil separating the visible and invisible worlds. We recall with vivid clarity the sweet embrace of that which made us. We carry it with us even when we are told by others to fear it. Walking with a foot in each world is a gift that turns treacherous when the body becomes a prison. The material world has vicious teeth. It is a hungry thing. Sensitive souls are often tempted to take their ephemeral lives and cross back into the void too soon. We search, ever hungry, for glimmers of that sweet embrace in others, parents, friends, teachers, lovers. We think if we relinquish ourselves, if we burrow deeply inside the core of another, we might return to peace. But if a Halloween baby holds out long enough, she realizes the sweet exhale, the soft embrace she longs for, is available in every waking moment. It is not through the absorption or abandonment of her body and self in another, but through an ecstatic collaboration that the sweet nectar and tender tears of love are tasted once again. She learns to balance her gifts like the temperance card, even when those gifts terrify or abandon her. She gathers her fruits, moves further into the unknown, and, like skin diving into black water, she slices through uncertainty to discover something new. Naked and wet, she never breaks the surface, empty-handed. Deep diving into the mystery is why mystics roam the earth. It is why we bear the brunt of longing and desire. We are never given gifts we cannot shoulder. I grew up in a drafty farmhouse crafted of inky black and orange crepe paper. I devoured jelly beans for breakfast, cinnamon donuts for lunch, and dark chocolate cupcakes for dinner. When my sister and I weren't flying around the house with cobwebs strewn in our hair, we were in the woods, making mud pies full of stones, worms, and pine needles. We spoke with trees and buried ourselves in the vegetable patch. We listened to the carrots grow while dreaming of our future. Tarot populated my world. The Page of Swords beat me at Scrabble because she's the cleverest card in the deck. The Page of Pentacles and I devoured books by the dozens. The Knight of Swords egged me on to ride my bike faster down gravel roads. He always left me in a cloud of dust, digging wet, bloody pebbles from my skinned knees. The Devil loomed large as the man of the house. He lit Marlboros and blew dry smoke in my face every night after dinner. My mother couldn't bear the weight of her empress crown, so she handed the family jewels off to him. She'd hunch over the sink, scrubbing his dirty dishes, while he made faces at me. I saw through him as easily as the smoke rings he blew in the air. Children know the truth when they see it. One day, during the hormonal quagmire of middle school, they asked for volunteers for a fundraising fair. I knew my role. I, proud Halloween baby, would read tarot under a tent like a gypsy fortune teller. I ran to the local mall and bought a tarot deck. I tore the crinkly cellophane, opened the box, and 78 slippery, shiny cards fell into my hands. I gazed at them in horror. I hadn't a single clue how to read them. I was saved that same night by a born-again Christian. Blonde, feathered, and lip-glossed, born-again Debbie was my stepsister's best friend. Born-again Debbie thought preaching the Lord's name made up for all the drugs, sex, and smokes she enjoyed, while Jesus looked the other way. Debbie howled when she saw my cards. "These are the devil's work," she cried. I laughed and calmly explained that I was already on intimate terms with the devil. Not once, not ever, did his hot breath whisper anything about tarot cards. Born-again Debbie responded by wresting the cards from my hands and teetering from the house in her boots and skin-tight Jordache jeans. She threw them into the trash can, soaked them with lighter fluid, and set them ablaze. They exploded like pyrotechnics at a Van Halen concert. It was a dramatic moment. It got me off the hook from reading the cards at the school fair. It gave me my first lesson in how powerful tarot is. History has a habit of burning potent things like evidence, books, and witches. It wasn't long before I learned to read the cards. Tarot continues to unfold, flip, and appear with a brilliance I wouldn't have dared allowed myself to expect. Tarot taught me about magic. True magic. Real magic is always more mind-bending and exciting than you could anticipate. Dreams and desires, devils and angels, they come and go. But true magic thrives inside you forever. That's why I wrote this book. I want you to know what I know. Lean in closer. I am going to tell you a secret I've never told anyone. But before I do, let's quick talk about the contents of this book. Tarot brings enchantment into your life. It fills you with power. Let's be clear. I'm not talking tricks or sleight-of-hand magic. I'm talking big magic, life-altering magic, game-changer magic. I'm talking sorceress power, goddess-rising magic, as in the textbook definition of magic. The power of influencing events by using mysterious and/or supernatural forces. How? Because life is mysterious, and you are a supernatural creature. You are made of pure magic and made of luminous energy. Tarot invites you to play inside the mystery surrounding you. A tarot practice opens wild doorways brimming with unlimited possibilities. This book is a gateway into your inner sorceress, your authentic self, and it's a direct line to unbridled manifestation. You will begin by learning to read tarot right away. Do you read between the lines? Do you look for patterns and hidden codes? Are you obsessed with mystery and what someone might be hiding? Me too. We tarot readers dive deep. It's what we do. This book will show you how to combine simple magical practice with the cards for extraordinary results. I've ridden my tarot like a magic carpet around the world. I flipped cards at the Dead Sea in the heaving shadows of Masada while spirits of the dead whispered in my ear. Tarot and I sat inside China's tea houses and sipped coffee together in the Italian Alps. We sat in the pre-dawn pregnant darkness of Tibet to watch the sunrise from Mount Everest's base camp. The cards and I warmed ourselves with yak butter candles in the world's highest meditation cave hidden deep in the Himalayas. Where will you bring your deck? Here, we will examine the esoteric theory I've learned through witchcraft, Kabbalah, and Ashtanga yoga, and you'll discover how all of it can apply to the cards. A tarot practice teaches you 3 precious truths. First, everything in the world repeats, just like the cards in the deck. Second, people are all the same, regardless of who they are. They want love, security, and safety. Did I mention love? You'll see this soon enough when you read cards for others. Finally, change is always possible. Evolution is our natural state and is magic in action. It sounds simple, doesn't it? But just because something is simple doesn't make it easy. Simplicity's paradox is a tease. Why do we battle complicated emotions around simple issues? Why is the easiest, most obvious course of action often the hardest? Why do we bump up against the same issues repeatedly? Why is it so hard for us to change? Why does fear keep us safe while destroying us at the same time? Why does the past lock us in the prison of the smallest version of ourselves? Why do we fear what we desire and desire what we fear? The Magic of Tarot contains journal-style writing prompts to help you answer these questions. Your responses to the writing prompts are where you will discover essential information about yourself. Take them seriously and answer them often. You will learn the fine art of constructing the very best questions. Tarot is a simple system containing vast complexity and infinite depth, just like the world you inhabit. This book has been written as an experiential and personal process of uncovering the magic thriving inside of you. It is the perfect book for a beginner or someone who has been working with the cards for over 20 years. This book teaches somatic tarot, which brings tarot into your physical body. You will enter cards through your sacred imagination. A somatic embodiment of the cards is a game changer. It takes you out of your head and into the intelligence of your muscles, bones, and blood. The book is constructed so you can begin reading the cards right away. Don't wait. Dive right in. The cards' meanings are found near the end of the book. Everything you need to cultivate your tarot and magical practice is found in between. Once upon a time, tarot reading was about discovering what your future held. These days, tarot helps you craft exactly the future you desire. What do you want? What do you dream of? Let's get you there. The faster, the better. Are you ready for the secret I've never told anyone? Truth is, between you and me, and please, don't share this with too many people, or my publishers will have my head. You don't even need a deck of tarot cards to do any of this work. All you need is you. All the answers you are looking for are inside you. The universe is constantly sending you hints, messages, and help. Tarot will help you learn how to recognize them. Tarot is an incredible metaphysical device. It is your gateway to the supernatural and the mystery surrounding you. Tarot gives you a gorgeous, mystical framework through which to explore and play inside the mystery. Tarot allows us to tell stories, engage in art, dive into history, strengthen our psychic ability, and study symbols. It breeds intimacy. Tarot helps us sort out the most important relationships in our lives, the relationship between you and yourself. And when you heal yourself, you heal the world. The secrets, the answers to everything you have ever opined and questioned are inside of you. You are already the mystic, the sage, the seer. You are the high priestess, the witch, and the shaman who knows where you belong, what is right, and how to get there. Your path is obscured by branches and brambles because you are here to figure yourself out and enjoy the journey. If it weren't challenging and scary sometimes, it wouldn't be a mystery. Tarot teaches you to become the storyteller of your life. And it isn't enough to own our story. It is up to us to reimagine our stories. Doing so, we reimagine ourselves. The love story of tarot unfolds like all epic and operatic romances. Real life dictates sometimes you'll be close with the cards, and sometimes you'll drift apart. At the end of the day, you'll look at the cards and smile as you return together again. So, take my hand, and let's walk into the darkness together. We'll flip some cards, light some candles, and figure you out. We'll empower your intuition, dive into your dreams, and get to the heart of the matter. Let's adventure like the Fool card. Let's bring tarot into your body and craft a divine, sparkling destiny. Do you see that glimmering, shimmering light up ahead? That glittering treasure is you. It is waiting for you to claim it. Let's go. Sasha Graham, Catskill Mountains, New York. Chapter 1. Tarot, Magic, and You. Start reading the cards right now. Tarot reading is like wading in an icy swimming hole on a cool summer night. Diving in is easier than tiptoeing. You can read tarot right now. There's no need to be versed in occult secrets. You don't need to be the love child of a certified witch. You don't need to memorize card meanings. The most important part of tarot reading is the intuitive space you create while gazing at the cards. Tarot's power springs from you. You hold the magic. You hold the power. You arrive at a message. The cards are simply a tool with which you can engage your intuition. You are a walking symbolic dictionary. Your life is chock full of symbols, holding deep associations and profound meanings for you. It is exquisite that your experience of symbol, color, sound, and shape is unique to you. No one will ever read the cards or arrive at the answers just like you. You already know what the cards mean because tarot is a reflection of the human psyche. Everything you have or will experience is reflected in the arcana. The cards are a reflection of life. Every day you grow richer with experience. Apply this knowledge to the cards. Key to reading tarot: trust, open, tell the story. Don't let preconceived notions of tarot throw you off your reading game. You may have suffered the prickly experience of walking into a metaphysical shop and asking a question, only to have an employee blow you off or make you feel silly because you didn't know what something was. Maybe you've met a psychic or tarot expert who wore their esoteric knowledge like a tattooed arm sleeve. The saddest thing someone can do is make you feel like a dummy when you ask a question, or overkill you with their presumed knowledge. Rest assured, if this has ever happened, it was all about them and never about you. Don't let a negative past experience affect your ability to read the cards. This isn't to say you shouldn't have respect for schools of occult knowledge or someone with years of tarot experience. You should. Tarot knowledge is enriching and exciting. But trust me, I've seen 10-year-olds read cards brilliantly with no experience. Their tarot interpretations are amazing. Why? Simple. They respond to the card instead of fear. Children are not afraid to get it wrong. Don't be afraid to get it wrong. Fear of being wrong is the single biggest impediment to all readers. Nothing throws up insurmountable barriers like fear. Tarot is steeped in hundreds of years of esoteric theory and rich, highly structured meaning. Will knowing this add depth and richness to your readings? Absolutely. Do you need all that stuff now? Not at all. Everything you learn from here on out is a tool for your tarot toolbox. Everything falls away the moment you start reading cards. Focus on what you see. How does the card make you feel? What messages are you receiving? Tarot is an ever-evolving art form, and you move it forward every time you read a card. Start from scratch. Toss your fear a pack of cigarettes and tell her to go outside and grab a smoke. Lock the door once she's out there. Focus on the cards at hand. Flip a card. What do you see? Tarot is storytelling. You are a natural-born storyteller. Stories are universal. This is why a good astrology column feels like it was written just for you, even when 14 million other people with your sign think it is just for them. It doesn't matter if you are predicting a future outcome, examining the past, or looking for guidance. No matter how you use tarot, you are telling a story. There are two stories we constantly weave: the stories we tell ourselves and the stories we tell others. The voice inside our head is the inner storyteller. The inner storyteller chatters incessantly. It makes value judgments and assesses situations. The inner voice takes every story and makes it about us. Someone looks at us sideways or cuts us off in traffic, and we take it personally. The decisions we make, the thoughts we think, all spring from our inner narrator. The second voice is the outer voice. We use this when we tell stories to others. We get home and tell our family the story of our crazy day. We are telling a story when we tell someone our personal history or glorious future plans. If I placed a wordless illustrated child's book in your hands and asked you to tell me the story of what you see, you could easily do it. If I showed you 3 photographs from a recent trip to India and asked you to tell me what I was doing, you could. If I opened a magazine and asked you to make up the story behind a random editorial fashion shoot, you could do it. If I placed 3 tarot cards in front of you and asked you to tell me what story you see, like you are reading a graphic novel, you could do it. So, 1. Shuffle the deck. 2. Draw 3 cards, turning reversals upright if any are upside down. 3. Tell me the story. The story I see is... Trust what you see. No one sees, feels, and experiences the world like you do. Tarot's power is in the abstract nature of its symbols, each of which holds particular meaning for you. Symbols like sun, moon, and skull hold universal connotation, yet how you interpret this symbol is unique to you. This is the key to unraveling the message of tarot. It is your golden ticket. This is your message. Find your meaning the same way you catch an alluring stranger's eye from across a crowded room. Your body feels it before your intellect does. An internal tremor occurs. A spark, no matter how small, is lit. Can you figure out what it means to you? Examine the symbol the same way you'd look closer at a beguiling stranger. What intrigues you? Do you resonate with their energy? Do they look like a bowl of ice cream oozing with caramel sauce? When a symbol captures your attention in a tarot card, do the same thing. If a rainbow calls out to you, consider what rainbows mean to you. Do they make you happy and fill you with hope? If the figure on the card looks confident, consider what confidence means to you. Is this card talking about confidence? Run with it. Randomly flip a tarot card. The thing that catches my attention about this card is... Always go with your first instinct and watch how quickly your intuition develops. Trusting your instincts with the cards spills over into your regular life. This leads to inner and outer alignment between your authentic self and the universe. You'll make decisions faster and with more certainty. Want to know a secret? Reading cards is no different than interpreting a snapshot of the room in front of you. One day, you'll be able to read any life scene, event, and moment of anything happening as if it were a tarot card. Trust yourself. Know what you feel and feel what you know. All the answers you've ever sought are inside you. Randomly flip a tarot card. My instinct tells me this card is about... Shuffling is a fun and easy way of infusing the energy of your question into the tarot. You don't need to be a Vegas dealer to do it. Go with what feels right for you. Card soup. Easiest. Spread the cards face down on a table and mix them with your hands. Scoop them back together and begin drawing from the stack. Card cut. Fairly easy. The deck is split from one hand to the next by letting sections of the deck fall into the other hand. Casino shuffle. Advanced, but worth it. Cut the deck in half so you have 2 small piles, one in each hand. Use your left and right thumbs to shuffle them together and combine. Repeat at least 3 times until the deck is mixed. Leaping cards. A card or 2 often leap from the deck when you are shuffling. Read these cards as extra information. Laying out the cards can happen in many ways. Stack of cards. Traditionally, the cards are held in one hand or placed on the table. The cards are chosen off the top of the deck and flipped from left to right in order to determine if the card is upright or reversed. Half moon. Spread the cards out in a half moon or rainbow shape in front of you and select cards at random. Straight line. Same as half moon, but in a straight line. Choose your card where the energy calls you. This is a fun system for pulling cards for chakra readings. Choose the cards from a vertical line that matches the body's chakra locations. Table of cards. Spread your cards out across the table like card soup and choose from where the energy calls you. Counting down. You can count down a specific number and then pull a card or cards. Choose a specific number to align with numerology, day, month, or age for any reason you like. Reversals are cards appearing upside down in a spread. Do not worry about reversals if you are just beginning. Turn them right side up. You are not cheating. Your reading is still valid. There are many ways to read a reversal, and turning them around is one of them. Read cards for yourself by writing down the messages and information as they come to you. It can feel overwhelming at first. It is natural to question yourself. Be kind. Take your time. Have fun. Write down your answers and intuitions as they occur. Record your readings even if you only note the card and a keyword. This will help you focus your thoughts. It is helpful to read your cards aloud to someone else, even if you are reading for yourself. Reading aloud and writing it down helps you articulate the story you see unfolding in the cards. How the cards influence each other is often described in older esoteric tarot books. These books will sometimes provide the meaning of a card and say that if it is positioned near a good card in a spread, its meaning is magnified in a positive way. Conversely, if it appears near a bad card, the meaning of the card will be subtracted or made worse. To call the cards good or bad is an antiquated black and white viewpoint. Each card is a world unto itself, a literal universe with bright, shiny aspects and dark and repressive aspects, just like us. Instead of good and bad, consider the energetic essence of the cards to be like the energy of other people. If you stood next to someone who was vibrant, like the Sun card, their energy might influence you and make you feel uplifted. If you stood near a high priestess type who surrounds herself in a sacred silence, you might be inclined to lower your voice. If you stood next to a King of Wands type exuding wild, passionate charisma, he might heat you up a bit. Feel the energetic essence of the cards to see how they affect one another. Here's a simple system for intuitive reading. Close your eyes and clear your mind by focusing on your breath for a few moments. Inhaling breath will ground you. Exhaling breath will release unneeded energy. Feel your feet flat on the ground. Root into your seat. Feel the solid foundation beneath you. Focus on your third eye center. It glows with energy. Spin this energy upward to create a gentle vortex so inspiration will infuse you from above. Shuffle the cards. Ask a question either aloud or in your mind. Flip a card. Observe. My message/answer is... Final word. If you'd like one final comment from the tarot about your reading, here's a fun system. Flip your remaining stack of cards over. Read the bottom card as your final word. What I don't know about the cards is everything. Tarot students are often nervous to get it wrong. New cartomancers don't realize that their self-proclaimed ignorance is really their strongest asset. The key to effective reading is waiting for the information to come to you. Reading for yourself is tricky, especially when we develop habits and ways of seeing the cards. We dive into the cards and visit psychics or intuitives for information we don't know. When reading for ourselves, how can we break out of reading ruts? How do we keep readings fresh and insightful? Simple. Ask the cards what you don't know. 1. Clear your mind. 2. Shuffle the deck and pull a card. 3. State out loud, what I don't know about the blank card is that blank. 4. Fill in the blanks by selecting a card and finishing the sentence. Don't try too hard. Let an aspect of the card strike you. State it clearly. Articulate it out loud or write it down. Once you figure out why this particular answer came to you, discover why it is relevant to your situation. You will know your information is helpful if 1. The information surprises you or makes no immediate sense. 2. Upon reflection, the information holds particular resonance for you. Tarot is a deck of 78 cards. Mysterious hidden potential exists inside this portable, seemingly simple stack of images. To say tarot is just a deck of cards is like saying you are just a person. Tarot is as complex and nuanced as you. Just as you grow and learn every day, so tarot is an ever-evolving energy. Tarot exists on the outer visible level through its visual art and deck construction. More importantly, tarot exists in the invisible realm of your sacred imagination and psyche. Tarot is a malleable practice because each time you flip a card and shuffle the deck, you bring tarot into a new space. No one can interpret a card like you because no one experiences the world like you do. Tips for deeper reading. Study card definitions. Create original meanings of the cards. What song, smell, and sound does the card exude? Look for tarot
Sample complete. Ready to continue?